1. Treasure of the Flor de la Mar. Imagine a treasure so vast, it makes modern-day fortunes look like pocket change. The Flor de la Mar, or Flower of the Sea, wasn't just any Portuguese ship, it was a floating vault of unimaginable wealth, worth over $2 billion in today's money. Picture this, it's 1511, and this magnificent vessel is cutting through the waters of the Strait of Malacca, its holds bursting with the spoils of war. Gold, precious gems, and priceless artifacts all plundered from the wealthy Sultanate of Malacca. The Portuguese thought they had hit the jackpot of a lifetime, but the sea had other plans. In a twist of fate that seems almost like karmic justice, the ship never made it back to Portugal. A violent storm turned the Flor de la Mar's triumphant journey into one of history's most expensive maritime disasters. Today, somewhere beneath the waves of the Strait of Malacca, lies what many consider to be one of the richest shipwrecks ever. It's a time capsule of colonial ambition, a reminder of fortune's fickle nature, and a treasure that continues to capture imaginations worldwide. The question remains, will these riches ever see the light of day again, or will they remain forever locked in their watery vault, guarding secrets worth billions?
2. The Treasure of Lima Picture. This. In 1820, as revolution swept through Peru, the Spanish viceroy faced a dire choice. The city of Lima held an astronomical treasure: golden artifacts, jewel-encrusted swords, and 2 life-sized solid gold statues studded with precious gems. Its worth today? A staggering $200 million. In desperation, the viceroy hired a British trader to transport this priceless collection to Mexico for safekeeping. But here's where our story takes a dark turn. The captain, succumbing to pirates' greed, betrayed his mission. He and his crew sailed to Cocos Island, a remote paradise off the coast of Costa Rica. They buried the treasure deep in the island's mysterious jungle, planning to return later. But fate had other plans. Most of the crew met violent ends, taking the secret location to their graves. The few who survived couldn't find their way back to the exact spot. For over 2 centuries now, this tantalizing mystery has drawn treasure hunters from around the world. Dozens of expeditions have combed the island, using everything from old maps to modern technology. Yet the treasure of Lima remains hidden, still whispering its golden secrets to the tropical winds of Cocos Island. Will it ever be found? That's a mystery waiting to be solved. For the Amber Room estimated value, priceless. A room made entirely of amber, gold, and gems attacked by Nazis during World War II from Russia. Rumored location. Hidden in underground bunkers in Germany or Poland, imagine a room so magnificent, it was called the 8th wonder of the world. The Amber Room, a masterpiece that would make modern luxury look modest. We're talking about an entire chamber decorated with 6 tons of amber, gold leaf, and precious gems. Created for Prussia's Friedrich I in the early 1700s and later gifted to Russian Tsar Peter the Great, this dazzling room literally glowed from floor to ceiling. The amber panels, backed with gold leaf, would catch the light and create an almost magical atmosphere that left visitors speechless. But here's where the story takes a dark turn. During World War II, the Nazis invaded Russia and systematically looted its treasures. The Amber Room was carefully dismantled, packed into crates, and disappeared into the chaos of war. Its estimated value? Simply priceless. For decades, treasure hunters and historians have searched desperately for this lost masterpiece. Some believe it's hidden in underground bunkers beneath Germany or Poland, while others think it was destroyed in Allied bombing raids. To this day, it remains one of the most valuable missing treasures in history. Its true location, a mystery that continues to captivate the world.
For Confederate gold, have you ever wondered what happened to the Confederate treasury after the Civil War? Well, let me tell you about one of America's most intriguing mysteries, the lost Confederate gold. In the chaotic final days of 1865, as the Confederacy crumbled, millions in gold and other valuables simply vanished into thin air. We're talking about a fortune that would be worth an astronomical sum today. The story goes that when Richmond fell, Confederate President Jefferson Davis and his cabinet fled south, taking the treasury with them. But somewhere along their desperate journey, the gold disappeared. Some say it was buried in the red clay of Georgia, while others believe it was hidden in the caves of Alabama. But here's where it gets really interesting. There's even a wild theory that some of the gold ended up at the bottom of Lake Michigan. How it would have gotten that far north is anyone's guess, but that hasn't stopped generations of treasure hunters from searching. To this day, despite countless expeditions and investigations, not a single gold coin from the Confederate treasury has ever been found. It remains one of America's greatest unsolved mysteries, leaving us to wonder, is there really a massive fortune just waiting to be discovered somewhere in our backyard?
Enjoying the video, correct? Make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Please leave your feedback, hit like, share the content.
5. Blackbeard's treasure legend has it that somewhere along the American coast lies one of history's most mysterious fortunes, the lost treasure of Edward Teach, better known as Blackbeard. The mere mention of his name once struck terror into the hearts of sailors, but today, it sparks imagination and adventure. During his reign of terror in the early 1700s, Blackbeard and his crew plundered countless ships, amassing a fortune that would be worth millions, perhaps billions in today's money. Gold coins, precious gems, exotic artifacts, the true value of his haul remains unknown, feeding endless speculation. But here's the twist that's captivated treasure hunters for centuries. Before his dramatic death in 1718, Blackbeard supposedly hid his vast wealth. Some say it's buried in the Caribbean islands, while others believe it's somewhere along the east coast of America. Despite countless expeditions and searches, only a handful of artifacts have ever been recovered. The most tantalizing part? Historical records suggest Blackbeard's ship, the Queen Anne's Revenge, carried treasures from over 40 captured vessels. Yet when he died in battle against the Royal Navy, none of that wealth was found. So the question remains, where did one of history's most notorious pirates hide his legendary treasure? Perhaps it's still out there waiting to be discovered.
6. Yamashita's gold. Imagine billions in gold, precious gems, and priceless artifacts, all hidden away in the depths of the Philippines. This is the legendary tale of Yamashita's gold, one of World War I's greatest unsolved mysteries. During the final days of the war, as Allied forces closed in on Japan, General Tomoyuki Yamashita allegedly orchestrated a massive operation. His mission? To conceal countless treasures looted from across Southeast Asia in an intricate network of underground tunnels and caves. We're not talking about a small fortune here. Experts estimate the value could reach tens of billions in today's money. Think about that for a moment. Enough wealth to change the economic landscape of an entire nation, just sitting there, waiting to be found. But here's where it gets interesting. For decades, treasure hunters and historians have been divided. Some dismiss it as nothing more than a wartime myth, a story too fantastic to be true. Others swear by its existence, pointing to documented discoveries and mysterious maps. Whether real or legend, Yamashita's gold continues to capture imaginations worldwide, proving that sometimes the greatest treasures are the mysteries themselves.